Stephanie Dobson is back with us this week. It's time for another episode of Healthy Thriving Family After Divorce. Stephanie is a lawyer, mediator, and online educator with Hankett Divorce Law and Mediation offices in Lloydminster and Edmonton. Stephanie, thanks so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks again as always, Stacey. Nice to be here.
Well, Stephanie, today we're going to be talking about the difference between interest and positions when it comes to couples who are separating and divorcing. So let's start out with just the basics. What's the difference between those two?
Well, very basically, our viewers can think of a position as a legal outcome or a demand, whereas an interest can be thought of as an underlying reason why someone wants a particular outcome. So think of the position as the tip of the iceberg, and then the interests are all the rest of the iceberg below the surface of the water.
Okay, can you actually get in and give us some examples, Stephanie, of a position versus an interest?
Yeah, that just makes it a little bit easier to exemplify this. So the most classic example is that we learn in our training is the story of the orange. So there's one orange left in the box, and two kids are there, and they both want an orange. So it's their position that they want the orange. We don't know why they want the orange; they just want the orange. So if we're looking at a positional based bargaining, each kid would only get maximum of one half of an orange because each of them, if they were to each get what they wanted, because there's only one orange left. If we dig deeper to the underlying interest, we want to find out why each of the kids wants the orange. So we might find out that one of the kids wants the orange rind because they want to bake a cake, and one of them wants the orange juice because they want to make orange juice. So in an interest-based solution, we can give one kid the juice of the orange and the other kid the full rind of the orange. So by digging just a little bit more into that why, we can actually achieve a win for each of these kids.
Okay, so how then is the concept used when you are negotiating with spouses going through separation and divorce?
Well, in the context of a separation and divorce, so getting rid of the orange for, for a moment, a position could be someone saying something like, I want to keep the family home, or I want 50-50 care of the children. So an interest would be the why. So what would achieving that particular position get you that's important to you, that's meaningful? For example, with the home, it could be, I want to stay living in the same neighborhood so that the kids can walk to school. Or I want to minimize changes as much as possible for the kids during this transition into living in two homes. Or I want to avoid selling the home in this market to avoid losing money. So, with a position of wanting the kids 50-50, it might mean I want to maintain a quality relationship with the children, or I want to do regular day to day things with the kids, like homework and extracurricular activities, and not just be the fun parent. Or it could even be a fear of something like being fear of being replaced or fear of being forgotten about. So with these examples, our viewers may see how by understanding what's underlying what's going on for families, we can look for solutions that may or may not be this initial demand. So that's really the key to the negotiations when we're looking at mediation and the collaborative divorce process is that digging work, really. So it's digging for underlying the position, the initial position, and to trying to find that win-win solution for both parties.
All right, Stephanie. Well, that makes total sense. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we'll be back again next week to chat some more.
Yeah, thanks, Stacey.